Hey people, welcome to my channel once again, and you know already the name is SWOT Lady. So today the topic for discussion is staying a single lady in one's 30s or one's 40, and I'm going to use the SWOT analysis to do the presentation. Yeah, so come with me whilst we do this together. Yeah, so for the SWOT analysis, S representing the strength, W representing weaknesses, O representing opportunity, and T representing threats as a single lady. Especially the focus here is in your 30s and in your 40s. So I will start with, and the strength representing the strength that is within you, things that you have control over. And then the weaknesses are also something that is also within you that you have control over as well. Now I will start with the strength and weaknesses as the part one, and then the part two will be the opportunities and threats. So first of all, what you have to get in mind is that staying a single lady in your 30s or 40s, the advantage you have here is independence. And with independence, you have the ability to do anything you want. You are free, like a free bird. You don't need anybody's permission. You don't need to consult anyone when you want to make any decision in your life or about your life. So it is really something I will call in the strength that you have as a single lady, and you have to jealously guard against this particular strength you have. The other one you also have, as a single lady, you have the possibility to adopt a child or adopt children. It is not in your 30s or 40s, maybe for some reason you may not be able to biologically give birth by yourself, but you have the opportunity to adopt a child or children, where if you love children, you can do that. So I also see this as a strength, yeah, that you have. The other one is to also have, you need to add value to yourself. As a single lady in your 30s or 40s or even beyond, you do not have much responsibility, especially with children. But this is a strength that I see, that whilst you are waiting for the right person to come into your life, it is also important that in your wait, you need to add value to yourself. If you have a secondary school education and for some reason you stop school and you are working and you are in your 30s or 40s, I will advise that you upgrade yourself. Take a diploma course or take a degree course if you already have these ones. Then you also have to eye a master's course. And if you already have a master's course, what do you have to do? You have to aim towards a PhD. So you adding value. And if you already have your PhD already, you can also try to add some business. Try your hands at something that you are good at. Even if it's not business, you can also try to learn some kind of vocation to keep you busy. Yeah, so this is something I see as a strength, being a single lady. So add value to yourself. The other one is have a principle to stick to. Often than not, people will take advantage of you because they think you are single and you are vulnerable. But here I will advise you to have a set of principles that will guide you. And as it's guiding you, you also try to let society know this is what I stand for, so they do not take you for granted. And as you've made your principle known to society, what you also have to do is stick to your principles. Don't bend your principles. Let them know you and accept you for who you are, and especially for the values you possess. Now we'll move on to the last one on the strength of being a single lady. And the stress here is in your 30s, 40s, or beyond. Create your own business, as I had already indicated earlier on in my other point. Create your own business. Even if you are working for a public institution, you will, once you are doing this, it also gives you the opportunity to meet people, and who knows, the right person, you may meet the right person along the line. Yeah, and it also takes your mind from thinking, and I also see this as a value that one must have. Create your own business, in as much as you may make profit or do not make profit, but you make mistakes, and this will also help you to enhance, build on your mistakes, so that your mistakes will become a positive value you have. So this is something that you have to do it yourself. Nobody will do it for you. Yeah, so this is the strength. Now I'll move to the weaknesses. Don't forget, these indicators are something that you have control over. They are within you. So for the weaknesses, being a single lady, especially in your 30s or 40s or beyond, there is this tendency that you become dependent on others. You feel inadequate, and you feel you need to depend on other people. But my sister, I would like to urge you that this is not a time to depend on others. When you look at the first trend that I did mention, when you open your own business, or you set up your own business, or if you're already running your own business, you will not depend on others for anything. You will do things yourself, and that will also build into your principle that I had already indicated, that you are sticking to your own principle. So it is really important that you do not, and I stress, do not depend on others. If not, they take you for granted, and they make you vulnerable. And when it leads to vulnerability, it also leads to depression. This is something that most women in this category find themselves. So I will urge you to desist from it. But you also have to identify that you have such a weakness, and then you work towards it. Yeah? Now we move to one of the weaknesses. Of course, if you are single, you do not have a partner, it is also difficult to have your own biological children. But also don't forget, when I was going through the strength, you also have the ability to adopt child or children. Yeah, so you try to change your weaknesses into your strength, to build you, to make you more confident in life. Yeah, the world we live in is not a fair place. It's really survival of the fittest, and you need to build yourself. Yeah. Now we move to the next point, that is surface depression sometimes. Yeah, in our solitude, in our singleness, there is the possibility that you ask yourself so many questions, and this leads you to depression. And at this juncture, I would like to educate you, or I would like to advise that when you try to suffer this depression, the most important thing you have to do is build something. Create your own happiness. Look for something that interests you. Look for something you enjoy doing. Look for something that you have passion doing. And when you are doing all these things, trust me, there is no way depression will set in. You'll be a confident woman. You'll be happy. You'll be a happy single woman than even some married women who do not find fulfillment. Makes your singleness attractive. Make your singleness attractive, and do not fall victim of depression, because depression can also lead you to death. So my sister, I'm telling you, it is important you do not suffer depression. Make yourself happy. Create your own happiness. Yeah. Yes, oftentimes we have people having self-pity. Self-pity. Oh, why am I single at this age? Did I do anything wrong to stay single? No, you did not do anything wrong. Life had its own path. You created your own path, and you chose to be. Yeah, but as you make those decisions, sometimes it is not your own fault of being a single lady, but sometimes circumstances lead you to become a single person. But I urge you, there's no way, absolutely no way, to allow yourself to be self-pitied. It is not necessary, my sister. You need to build yourself. You need to build your confidence. You need to get yourself actively involved in society activities or any passion. Don't build your self-confidence. Have self-efficacy and do not let society, because society sometimes can be very brutal. They can lead you to self-pity. Be beautiful in your singleness. Be really attractive in your singleness. So there's no way you allow this to happen to you. Yeah? Now, the last one on being single as a weakness. Also, don't forget, the stress here is that all these, the weakness and then the strength, are something you have control over. And I want you to take absolutely control and become a change agent in your society. That being single does not mean you are cursed. Yeah? Yeah, oftentimes there is this blaming of self for the failure of previous relationships. You didn't do anything wrong to become single. You had your principle and your partner could not stand those principles. You have the right to quit any relationship that you are not happy, a relationship that does not respect you, a partner who maybe physically, emotionally, psychologically abuse you. Do not settle for such partner. Do not blame yourself if you quit such relationship. It may be a weakness, but then you do not have to blame yourself for any relationship that did not go down well as you had maybe planned or wished that it would have led into marriage. Marriage is not the ultimate. Stay single and be beautiful in your singleness. Don't blame yourself for somebody's mistakes. Yeah? Stand up for your rights. Be bold, be beautiful in your singleness. Now I'll move to the second bit, the part 2, as I had already indicated. Yeah? And these are threats, yeah, from outside. Yeah? And also out of the threats, there are opportunities in these threats. And I will go, I'll start first of all with the opportunity of becoming being a single lady. They are outside threats. No, the opportunities, yeah, they are outside. And then you have to, from the threat, you get the opportunity, yeah. And staying single also has its own advantages, yeah. If you are earning income or you have your own business and you are earning your own income, you realize that staying in a single apartment, yeah, you do not use a lot of utilities. Your consumption rate is low. So in this data, please, this gives you the opportunity to save. If you do not have your own house, I think this is the time to save and build for yourself an apartment or a house or an estate. You can do it. You know, you do not have much responsibility in terms of taking care of your family. And this is the time I would say, don't pity yourself. The money you are earning here, use it wisely. Yeah, do not buy unnecessary accessories that would let you poor, but rather will lead you to become a rich single lady. Let's enjoy our singleness. Yeah. There is also the other point that do things without consultation. You make fast decisions. You know, when you are a married person or a married woman, a wife, it is really difficult to make decisions all alone. You need to consult your husband, your children, and even some instances, your parents, and some instances, even your in-laws. So this retards your decision making. So please, take this opportunity whilst you are still single. Use this opportunity to make decisions, fast decisions to your benefit, but not a fast decision that will lead to tragedy. But I would advise that make calculated decision making that will be to your benefit. And don't forget, the goal is make your singleness attractive. Yeah. Another opportunity is you have enough time to make mindful choice of a life partner. The focus here is mindful life partner. Do not be in a rush to settle for just anything because society is putting pressure on you to marry. Marriage is a beautiful thing, but in as much as it's a beautiful thing, you need to make a calculated choice. Don't just hop into marriage. It's beautiful. Of course, I am married. I took my time and made the right decision. So I urge you in your singleness, in that age, yes, they will say women have expiry dates. Yes, in as much as you have expiry dates, when you're taking good care of yourself, you will even look much younger than some women who are even younger than you. So I would say, take your time. It is an opportunity. So whilst you are building your estates, your houses, your businesses, you will get attracted to a thoughtful person. You'll find out a balanced love. Your love life shouldn't be a scale of low and high, but it should be a balanced one. So I will urge my sisters, my single sisters, that you have that enough time to make ample, calculated, mindful life partner. It is really, marriage can make you or unmake you. The partner you choose today can destroy you or can make you. So whilst you are this age, I would say just take your time. The right person will come. Yeah. Then I move on to, don't feel pressured, yeah, by society. Let society know your principles. Often than not, society, yeah, you are growing, you need to marry, you need to settle. Yes, it is beautiful to settle. Every woman wants to settle down. But what I always say, men are not in stores for you to go shopping, but let your principle, don't forget, with the strength that I did mention on, let society know your principle. And as you make them aware of your principle, try and stick to your principle. Don't feel pressured. It is an opportunity for you to take your time to make the right choice. And the last one on opportunity. Yeah, as a single person, you are a free bird. You can fly to any place of your choice. And at this juncture, I would also like to urge you to network. Through social events, through maybe tennis playing, golf, table tennis, volleyball, anything. Anything you see that you are interested in, even crocheting, you could meet people. Just network so that you do not feel so lonely. Be amongst friends who are like-minded. Don't just choose friends who do not have your vision, Choose people, as the saying goes, birds of the same feathers flock together. So choose the type of flock you want to fly together with. Yeah? So at this time, I would say choose your network. Of course, the network will also make or unmake you. So make well-informed decisions. Do not rush into any relationship. Take your time. Whilst you are networking, get to know the people. Do they share the same values as you have? Do they share the same virtues? Do they share the same principles you have? Because it is really important. If you go and just settle in for anyone because I said network, no. Network and watch, yeah? Just like watch and pray, yeah? Now I move on to my last one. The threat of being a single lady in your 30s, 40s, or even beyond your 40s. It is really important to know this because these are threats. These are things you do not have control over. But as I had already treated the opportunity, use this time to turn the threat into an opportunity for yourself. Yeah? Now, yeah, these are traits. You feel lonely at family social gatherings because, yeah, in your office they say they are doing fun games and for the families, and you go and then you realize that everybody are with their families and you find yourself a bit lonely. But in as much as you feel lonely in that aspect, don't forget the topic I just treated. You network. So try, some will come with their friends, some will come with their brothers. Yeah, this is the time for you to also try your best to network, interact with people. Look at for if they are chatting and you find their level of intelligence does not match up to your intelligence, you just try on to move on to another person. Yeah, so don't try to feel the society will make you feel lonely inside gatherings, but make the best out of it. Make a useful situation out of those gatherings that you find yourself, and do not pity yourself. Yeah, singleness is beautiful, being married is beautiful, the choice is yours. But then some people also don't want to be married, it's also fine. But all I'm trying to advocate here, be a single person and be satisfied and be happy and be beautiful and be powerful. Yeah, now, doing things all alone. Yes, in your singleness, everything you have to do, you have to go to shopping, you have to pay your utilities, all these things, you do them alone. And sometimes you come home and you have an empty house, nobody to chat with. But can't go to social media. This time you can go on Instagram, look at people, chat, it's fun. Yeah, don't feel lonely because you are a single person. Try to use that time to network. You can stay at your home and network with other people. Yeah, and then try find something doing. Don't because feeling lonely could also lead you to depression, and depression will lead you to death. You don't want to die because you are destined to be on this earth to do something meaningful to society, do something meaningful to yourself, do something meaningful to your family. Yeah, you are loved the way you are because of your principles. Yeah, some will also hate you because of your principles. But if your principle hates someone, make somebody hate you, let it be. At the end of the day, it is you. Don't forget, create your own happiness. The ultimate goal is you. Look in what makes you happy. Yeah, yeah. Another threat, societal pressure. I had already covered it some way somehow, but I'll just reiterate it again. Society, especially if you're an African like me, oh my goodness, your family, your friends, your schoolmates, oh, they will put pressure. When are you getting married? When I was single in my 30s, I didn't allow myself to be pressured by society. I made them aware of my principles and they respected it. Yeah, and when the right time came, I got married. And not just to anybody, a person who loves me equally as I love him, and also have the same principle. And that's why I'm sharing my story with you. Do not be pressured by society. Yeah? Yes, another threat. As I said, those traits, you don't have control over what outsiders do to you, but you have control over what you do to yourself. So at this age, I will urge you on to be strong. You fall prey to both married and unmarried men. Yeah, some men will see you very beautiful and attractive, and they try to take advantage of you because of your singleness. They try to see, oh, you are single, you don't have anybody to protect you, and they try to make a mess out of you. Some will take advantage of you. Some will take your money, yeah, and just leave you. But please, as I said, make sure you do not fall prey to such people. Your principles will guide you and run away from such praise. The last one is the tendency of being excluded in social events. It's kind of intertwined with a social gathering because you feel excluded because you feel not belong to this group. Yeah, don't feel, just make yourself happy. Let people know that you are happy the way you are. But you also, if you really want to also marry, you also let them know that at the right time you find the right partner. Thank you so much for your attention. And as usual, I will say, Share this video to a friend, a family member who is a lady and single, and I have touched on some of these things that you see them suffering, especially the threat. Let this information or let this presentation give them hope. And if you like what I have presented, I urge you to like my video, subscribe and share. Yeah, see you another time in my next video. Bye bye.